As their Eagles will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, it became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Derrick Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And CD, we have certainly seen this guy make some magic with the ball in his hands. He was top 10 in the NFL last year in yards after the catch.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. Unfortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
First down carry for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to 4.
Chargers 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On first down, here's Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Henry running right. And now off to the races. Down the right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Room to run past midfield. There he goes, right side. Touchdown.
Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him time, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
2nd and 8 coming up.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers to throw once more. Touchdown, Eagles! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Eagles add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Eagles 35, Chargers 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And big boot intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the play. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Roethlisberger. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, Henry going to be swallowed up in the backfield as he'll wind up losing about 3. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Finding Knox there, complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jamin Davis
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
205 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
You'll get nothing.
Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Eagles. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's a jet sweep. Roethlisberger bats it forward. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from the 20. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Eagles 56, Chargers 38. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Chargers 38.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A toss left, Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. Rolling, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Eagles are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker. But I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Rodgers looking to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll run on first down. Henry. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.